Today on CCX News, is now the time to buy a new car? What a new study says about car prices. Hello and thanks for joining us. If you're in the market for a new car, it might be a good time to buy. We talked to AAA about its new study that said overall prices are going down.
It's been notable the past several years because we've seen those costs going up. There's inflationary pressure on the automotive industry across categories, certainly when it comes to maintenance, certainly when it comes to financing, certainly when it comes to sticker price. This year's study is remarkable in that there's been a slight decrease.
It'll cost you a little less to own a new car this year, according to data from AAA. Annual costs include fuel, financing, sticker prices, and more people buying more affordable vehicles. On average, it's costing Americans $11,500 a year, or just under $965 a month, to own a new car. AAA says that's down $700 from last year. And the decrease is largely thanks to fuel costs dropping and lower loan costs. McKinley says that while it's cheaper to buy a new car now, for many, it's about the value your car holds over time.
Folks hold on to their cars. So, look, it's cheaper now to own a new car in America than it was last year, but you're not actually going to see the benefit of that unless you own that car for some time. And that's why we track this on an annual basis.
Depreciation also plays a role, as it's the difference between how much the car costs when you buy it and how much you sell it for. In the study, vehicles lost less value this year than they did last year. Now, if you are in the market for a new car, McKinley says the rest of September is a great time to buy, as salespeople are reaching the end of their third quarter. You're likely to get a good deal as they work to meet their quotas. Newly filed criminal charges show a music director at a Maple Grove church was a target in what prosecutors describe as a threat of politically motivated violence. The suspect, identified as 64-year-old John Sandine of Mora, Minnesota, is charged with 4 felony counts of threats of violence. Prosecutors say he sent threatening emails following a Beatles tribute show he saw the Maple Grove musician perform with others earlier this month. The complaint said he blamed their political views for the death of Charlie Kirk. During his arrest, Sandine said he was probably drunk when he made his alleged threats. The complaint said that police also seized shotgun shells and ammunition from the suspect. The Brooklyn Park City Council takes its first steps this week toward approving a budget for next year. City documents show a preliminary budget with a nearly 10% tax levy increase. According to local city data, the average levy increase for peer cities is about 8.6%. Brooklyn Park's levy is higher as it's taking on a significant construction project, the building of a new central fire station. Once a preliminary budget levy is approved, the City Council cannot go any higher, but could go still lower the amount before final budgets are approved in December. The state's largest food bank, based in Brooklyn Park, has a permanent new leader. Second Harvest Heartland has named Sarah Moberg as its new chief executive officer. Moberg had previously been filling the role in an interim capacity. Prior to her work at Second Harvest Heartland, Moberg held leadership roles at General Mills. According to Second Harvest Heartland, 1 in 5 Minnesota households face a hunger crisis. Meanwhile, a big donation is helping Second Harvest put food on more tables.
The hunger is not going away. It's still there. And it doesn't matter if you're urban, rural, metro. There's people struggling. And, we just think of Farmers Union, we're just very fortunate and very glad that we're able to do this donation of hams to the needy.
The Minnesota Farmers Union donated 35,000 pounds of ham to Second Harvest. They should help feed about 2,000 families. Demand for food like these hams is expected to rise as we get closer to the holiday season.
At a time when there, continues to be rising need, we're seeing cuts across many of the programs that help our neighbors out. And so this is a really great way for us to be able to supplement what goes out into the community. Protein specifically is one of our most requested items and is one of our least donated items.
Second Harvest distributes around 400,000 pounds of food from its Brooklyn Park warehouse each day. Construction is underway in Maple Grove for a rapidly growing style of housing. Development has begun on a 132-unit luxury rental apartment project at the northeast corner of Elm Creek Boulevard and Hemlock Lane. These apartments are geared to people 55 and older. Leasing will start early next year. The apartments offer a variety of amenities, including a high-end entertainment suite and a grandchildren's playroom. The project is done by the Doran Group, which has a hand in shaping the city's Arbor Lakes area. A couple local businesses that involve area youth are expanding. One plans a second location in Plymouth, another is relocating to Plymouth. Summit Dance Shop is planning a facility. The local dance studio says it's experiencing significant growth in student enrollment. The second location would be at 21st and Fernbrook. Meanwhile, Golf Specifics, a fitness training facility specifically for golf, plans to relocate from Maple Grove to Plymouth. The move allows for more space. Its new location would be off Highway 55 and Industrial Park Boulevard. The Plymouth City Council will review both proposals at a future meeting. Fall has officially arrived, and what better way to celebrate than by enjoying the new Treetop Trail at Mississippi Gateway Regional Park. We're about a couple weeks away from seeing vibrant fall colors in the Twin Cities, and this would be a perfect spot to enjoy the view. We leave you now with these bird-eye views.
The Armstrong football team got off to a 3-0 start this season, but faced a tough opponent Friday. Jay Wilcox has highlights.
The Armstrong football team hoping to stay unbeaten as they host Buffalo. But the Bison come out strong. Grant Benson goes up top to Matthew Jordan down the sideline. Jordan cuts back to the middle and is tracked down inside the 5, but the 67-yard play sets up a TD and it's 6-0 Buffalo. Later in the first, Benson finds Jackson Koss over the middle for the score, and it's 12-0 Buffalo after the opening quarter. Trailing 19-0, Armstrong gets on the board in the second on a short TD plunge by Ben Francis. The Falcons are within 19-7 at halftime of this one. And they close the gap in the third as Francis scores again on a short yardage play. Despite the slow start, Armstrong's within 19-14. But Buffalo gets creative to stretch the lead. Benson to Jordan, and he pitches to Koss, cutting across the field. It's a touchdown as Buffalo hands Armstrong a 27-21 loss. Both teams are now 3-1. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Maple Grove football sits atop the state Class 6A rankings. The unbeaten Crimson played the first of 2 straight road games before a big crowd at Edina on Friday.
The Crimson looking to get to 4-0 on the season on the road at Edina. Hornets strike first. Mason West with a clean pocket, and he drops a perfect pass into the arms of Sammy Stevenson for a 25-yard touchdown. Edina goes up 7-0. Same score late second quarter. The toss to Maple Grove back James Engel, and the senior with some nice moves and speed wins the race to the end zone. A 24-yard TD. Extra point try fails. Edina leads 7-6 at halftime. But the second half is pretty much all Maple Grove. Ryder Skansen breaks through the line and gets the tackle for loss on Chase Bjorgard. Crimson leading 13-7 when Caden Harney throws deep. Henry Knudsen with a great catch. It's a 54-yard touchdown play. The Crimson in front now 20-7. And the rain doesn't slow down Maple Grove. Engel again on the loose. This is a 20-yard touchdown, part of a 242-yard 3-touchdown night for him. Early fourth quarter, the fake to Engel, and Harney keeps it himself. Some nice moves by the senior quarterback, and it's another touchdown. The Crimson go on to win big at Edina, 33-7 the final.
After 3 losses to begin the season, the Hopkins football team looked to get in the win column as they faced another winless squad. Jay Wilcox has highlights.
Hopkins hosting Park Cottage Grove as 2 winless teams meet up in prep football. Trey Moore rolling right, and he fires into the end zone where his brother Jaden Moore makes a great catch as Hopkins grabs an early 7-0 lead. After Hopkins is stopped on downs, their defense scores as Cordell Givens sacks the quarterback for a safety and 9-0 lead. Hopkins leads 15-7 after a quarter. Second quarter, and watch Trey Moore go. On the scramble, he cuts it upfield, then bounces to the sideline and outruns the Wolfpack defense to the end zone for a 46-yard touchdown. It's 25-14 Hopkins at halftime. Cody Aikens rushes for 228 yards and 3 touchdowns, scoring here as Park pulls back within 25-21 midway through the third. But on a 3rd and 15 play, it's the Moore brothers again. Trey throws a strike to Jaden for the 42-yard touchdown. That gives Hopkins a little breathing room. Early in the fourth quarter, check out the Jaden Moore run. The sweep left isn't there, so he cuts back and makes it into a highlight reel run. This game is called early due to lightning, but it's Hopkins winning for the first time this season, 45-21. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.